Hi everyone, this is going to be a new video in a series that I'm going to be doing on a self-hosted setup. This is something that would apply mostly to businesses, which is what we tend to serve mostly, but also anyone who likes hosting their own environments. You'll find this very helpful. As you can imagine, and in other videos that I've posted before, this is our way of doing it, or one of the ways that we do it. It doesn't mean it's the only way, and I'm sure there could be more creative ways of doing this. We are more than happy to take comments that will arise from these videos. This video in question will not have any of the technical work. This video will be focusing on the document I have here, so it'll be pretty quick. The overall goals of this would be to use as little or no closed-sourced software or operating systems. So all the systems that you see here, you can obtain through community editions. Starting with pfSense, which you can get an enterprise version, but there's a very wide and robust community version of this. DNS, we are going to be doing this with Bind9, which has a great following, can be used in enterprise. For email gateway, we're going to be using ak'tu, reverse proxy. We'd be using something like Nginx, and as a web server, I haven't decided which one. I mean, Apache, Nginx, you're pretty. Those are two pretty big. We'll see which one we choose there. For email server, I said the email gateway. This is going to be Proxmox PMG. Email server will be ak'tu, and Nextcloud, which is pretty self-explanatory. If you look it up online, it's a great alternative to Google Drive or OneDrive. And then finally, a management server where we will have a whole bunch of generic tools. We may add more to this tree as time goes on, but these are going to be the servers of interest throughout this video series. To add to that, we are going to try to Dockerize or containerize as many of these systems as possible. If we can't, we will show you what we do. And hopefully this is useful to everyone. Again, this is just an overview. This is how we would set up an environment for clients when we stand them up. And I found that we had a lot of questions from people in the community as to what our approach is, and that's what we're going to be going through here. So this document, or a version of this document, will be available after we start releasing the first video, and it'll be a living document. So as we finish a different part of the video series, we will amend the document and we will add whatever we did in there, so you guys can use it as a reference. The first video that we're going to be doing will be pfSense. Now, I won't be showing how to install pfSense. There's a lot of videos on there. If there's enough interest in the community and the ask is that I show how to do that, no problem. I'll show you guys how I did that. But what I'm going to be showing is after it's installed in a generic version, what we do to lock it down, or what we do to make it production ready. Again, it's not the only way. There might be other ways that you guys think are better. And we, of course, encourage the feedback. And if we think it's valid, we will apply it to videos or amend the video series to add those various steps. And then the next one after that would be our DNS and management server. So those are the next in the video series, and then as we go forward, I will try to explain which ones we try to do. Again, in mind, we're going to try to keep these in a containerized environment. We're going to make these isolated and installed. We're not going to be using anything like Kubernetes or any clustered version of Dockerization, just because this is supposed to reflect what a small environment looks like, and you may be the IT guy for a small shop and you don't have the time to learn how to do all that. It's really cool stuff. However, if there's enough interest, we may look at building another video series as to how we would do that with a clustered environment. So thank you very much and stay tuned.